Hey guys, it's JoJo93. I just finished watching the newest episode of My Adventures with Superman, the Superman anime. This episode was a part 2 episode from part 1, which was Zero Day Part 2. Zero Day Part 2 basically starts right where the first part ended, with Superman being captured by Task Force X. And we see him learning the information that his parents sent him to this planet to basically prepare for an invasion. And so the revelation of all these different Supermans and how everything was taking place here escalates to an interesting point. This episode was pretty good. It was very short. It was 23 minutes, and there were some things that happened that were big, but overall I don't really know what to feel like. It just kind of went really fast. Like, the pacing was a little too quick. So we had a fight with Ivo, which was pretty impressive. We had a final showdown with him. We saw Wilson again, but they didn't really do much with him. We set up that Waller finally takes over at Task Force X from the other military individual. We see flashbacks of him. We see him working with Waller. The two of them at the same boot camp. He kind of sympathizes with Superman, has different plans. Waller's not a part of those plans. She doesn't like it. And it leads to some interesting stuff. Clark and Lois admit that they love each other in the end. Jimmy uses his followers and reveals himself to help Superman, and this is a great moment in the episode. It builds up on the tension. It definitely is like, this is a great part 2. I don't know how many episodes are in this season, but this episode did kind of have a penultimate episode feeling, but it was also part 2, so it felt like there was no cliffhanger this episode. It just kind of ended on a much more happier note. This Superman anime has been a very interesting show. Would I say it's one of my favorite DC shows? Probably not, but I think it's got some strong moments and some interesting concepts. Sometimes the anime stuff gets dialed up a little bit too much, like to an 11 level, it's just a bit too much for me personally. But I am enjoying it, and I am liking what I'm seeing. I think they've got some really solid ideas, and I think it's paid off for the most part. Overall, a pretty solid episode, good setup for future things. Like the Task Force X is very much have plans to kill Superman, sets it in an interesting direction. We'll see where we go from here. Overall, I'm going to give the episode a 7 out of 10. Not a perfect episode, but pretty good, and I thought it was well made. Nothing crazy, but overall, pretty decent. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.